Okay, we're going to discuss the assembly of the display. This is the capsule, as you can see. It's intact. It will have the astronaut already in it, and I'll have some packing in there. The first thing we want to do is affix the capsule to the PVC firmly, like so. Okay. And next we have the hatch clips. These are designed to hold the hatch open so people can look inside. The hatch clips go on first. They snap into place. Should you have to remove the hatch clips for any reason, you put your finger behind the clip and pull it out. That will unclip it. You can see the little edge. So we have the hatch clips, the hatch holding clips in place. And then we can put the hatch in. There's little slots for it. And you can line it up with the hatch. Then you have the plaque that goes on the front. And you can make the front, this side or that side if you want. But I chose this side because you can look up and to see the secondary control panel, if you will. This is a flashlight that I've included that is designed so people can inspect the interior if they want. They can look around, they can see the astronaut, they can see the control panel, they can see what it looks like inside the Mercury Joe capsule. It's a little twist on and off. If the battery goes dead, you completely untwist it, and there's a little USB charging port. So I have this little stand. I can put that right here, and it can hold the flashlight right next to the capsule. It's got this cute little Mercury key fob thingy, and that pretty much is it. I probably will, I will have a little illustration that shows what all these various wires do. This wire is the trigger for the tower. This wire takes this trigger for the tower and goes up. There's a timer in the tower that sets off the timer's charge. On the opposing side here, this wire is the secondary avionics. This takes there's an onboard avionics, I think it's an adept unit, and it is the backup to the main. The main's in the booster. So basically the idea is that there's a wire that runs down the airframe, leads up and goes into here, and this avionics here is completely functional, and there's even batteries in here still. If you want to turn it on to hear it beep, you can do so, but I have it muted because usually there's a camera on board and the beep was just way too loud. The upshot is that I'm leaving the avionics in there. I don't really need it, and it kind of looks cool a little bit, gives some authenticity to it, and it makes this immediately flight worthy. If I wanted to fly this again, I can just hook it all up and off we go. Now the likelihood is low that you're going to want to put the hatch on, but if you want to put the hatch on, take the clips off, and the hatch inserts like so. There we go. And now the hatch is secure when these two things are pointing side by side. Mind you, the hatch hasn't been painted to match the exterior, but I think for display purposes it'll suit the need. So once again, we'll put the hatch clips on. Alright. This QR code will take you to the Mercury Joe website, and I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else in particular. The nose cap does come off. There's nothing in there. This is where, of course, the recovery chute for the capsule would be. And just trying to make sure I've got everything covered. I think we're in good shape. So that should be a satisfactory introductory video on how to put this all together. You can take the capsule off at any time. Note that this piece, the retro pack, is only just fitted here. It is not glued on or anything like that, so it might pop off. But if it does, all you have to do is push it back on, and it fits firmly around the ABS mount. This ABS mount is actually what would go down into, this is the mortar system that would push the capsule off the top of the booster. And it's very, very strong. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is if you want to take the astronaut out, you can, but it's kind of cumbersome and awkward to get him back in, and that's partially what this was included for. This is allows you to hook the legs and get them to bend back, because he actually sits in a very awkward angle. And the first thing to do, let's take him out. You take the door off and remove, there's a little hose that attaches here. It doesn't really attach, it sort of inserts into a hole. And you lift him by the helmet a little bit, get his shoulders, and you can see he comes out without too much trouble. Well, maybe not, his foot's caught on something. There we go. And you can see he's a full astronaut. Hey! And getting him back in, like I said, is a little on the awkward side. Let's see if I can illuminate this a little bit inside here. I'll make it more visible. No, I don't think so. Alright, so first of all, his feet need to be set in this fashion, and he needs to be able to bend upwards. So his feet go in first, and they need to be positioned like that. Start putting his feet in. This is where the wire comes in place, because you need to feed the feet upwards into the channel where they will be at the end. So elegant. It's as easy as putting a real astronaut into the Mercury capsule. Okay. His butt has to sit in the seat. Sometimes his hand will get in the way of progress, so you need to make sure those things stay out of the way. Like I said, it's kind of an awkward process. There we go. His hands out of the way. And then he's all the way seated. You can tell he's all the way seated when his head rests in the little cutout in the seat for him. And then you can reposition his hands. But in the end, like I said, it's an awkward thing. And then the little hose goes into this hose opening here inside the capsule. As I said, it's awkward. If you want to take them out, it's perfectly fine. Or if somebody takes them out and goes, "Oh, I can't get them back in," I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But in the end, it is a little tricky. But you get a trusty tool, and you got a little instructions here that might help. So hopefully, it won't make it too much of a challenge. Put the door back on. And we're good for display. And so I think we're done with this orientation. I hope you enjoy having it at the museum. I'm thrilled to be able to offer it. This one is retired. There's another one that is hopefully will fly again soon. It's a completely overhauled. It's completely 3D built. But this one is based off of the original Hasbro capsule. And that's it.